Shawn Porter tells Errol Spence that he needs to take a tune-up and he shouldn't fight Porter in a rematch or Terrence Bud Crawford. What up, Fight World? It's your boy Ego, and I'm back with some more boxing. Make sure you smash the like button. Also, subscribe to my channel for the latest and greatest in boxing if you want to become part of the gang. Notification gang, please hit the bell icon. Shout out to the Super Chats, channel donations, the Venmo donations, the Cash App, and the Patreon family. We working. Sign up for Patreon or become a channel member. Hit the join button on YouTube. And I'm moving some of the content over there and giving back to the channel members and the Patreon. So if you want to join the extended Boxing Ego, Eagles Army family, La Familia, those are the links in the description of all my videos. Another great way to help the channel is if you want to get ESPN Plus, the bundle. ESPN Plus, Hulu, and Disney Plus. Get all three of those apps. It's $12.99 a month. Check it out. Tons of content. Help you get through this quarantine. And that also goes to help the channel. But it also gives you guys a ton of content to choose from and catch up during this quarantine. So 2 great ways to help the channel, actually 3, and drop your comments about that. But Shawn Porter, he did a Instagram live. I think it was Instagram live. He went on social media and, you know, people are asking questions. Let's jump right into what Shawn Porter says. Shawn Porter says, quote, "I do think Errol Spence should have a tune-up fight." He goes on to say, "So I think he was blessed enough to make it through that accident. And so now I think he should make sure he's ready to make it through a fight. Spence doesn't need to go up against me, Terrence Crawford, or anyone big in the first go at it. Once that adrenaline gets going, there's no telling what could happen." Right? And he's basically saying like he shouldn't fight a top level fight. He doesn't have to do that, you know? And you know, I hear where Shawn Porter's coming from, but I would say I disagree just based on the fact that it's really nobody's choice but Errol Spence. You know, fighters especially, they're hard-headed. They're going to do whatever they want. Because I even asked a similar question to Derek James last time I seen him in Dallas before this pandemic. Or actually, it was in Ontario, California, before this pandemic in December, you know, at the Charlo Harrison fight. And I said, Errol said he wants to fight Pacquiao because he did his first interview with Brian Kenny. Brian Kenny was interrogating him. That was pretty weird. But anyway, he showed face for the first time, really, and did a public interview. People were saying his speech sounded different and stuff. But later, when I seen Derek James, I asked him, I said, Errol said he's going after a name fight, you know, a big name, Danny Garcia, whoever, or Manny Pacquiao. And what do you think about that? And I have it on tape and everything. Derek James said, basically, that's up to Errol. You know, we're a team. We're going to talk and see what's what. He's already been training a little bit and shaking out and stuff. So in that same vein, I'm going to respect Team Spence in the theory that it is really Errol Spence's decision and his team's decision. I don't know, you know, I know people on Errol Spence's team and stuff like that, but I don't know that they would send their person out. I think Errol has a good relationship with Al Heyman and whatnot. So if he's feeling funny behind the scenes, I'm sure he would speak out. You see what I'm saying? So it's not really something that I'm worried about. I think it's just really a team decision and a personal decision for Errol Spence, depending on how he feels. I agree with Shawn Porter in the sense that if he wants to take a tune-up, I'll support that. I told you, I've said the same thing. I told you, new media, we control the narrative. Listen, people, we control the narrative. I've been saying the same thing for months, right? Since the accident. I told you, whatever Errol decides in this situation, I support. Glad to have the brother back in the sport. If he wants to take a tough fight, you know, it's risky, it's dangerous. You never know how you're going to feel to the fight. I get it. But, I mean, he's a fighter. Fighters are stubborn. Fighters like to constantly prove people wrong. So, you know, I'm not really in the business because at the end of the day, I said Anthony Joshua shouldn't go fight Andy Ruiz in the immediate rematch based on how he looked. But he did it anyway, and he was defiant, and he got his belts back. So, you know, it wasn't the sweetest performance or nothing, but, you know, he got his belt back. So that's what matters. He got that W, got that victory, got them straps back. So at the end of the day, you know, fighters like to prove people wrong and go against the odds. So I'm done. I'm not these fighters' parent and stuff. I can only give you my thoughts. And right now, I'm happy that Errol Spence is healthy for his daughters and his family and his fans. And, you know, it's his decision. If he wants to come back and get some tough top shelf work with Danny Garcia, Shawn Porter, Bud, Pacquiao, so be it. so be it. That, you know, sometimes fighters need challenges to move them, you know, because Errol Spence, he did say that he gained some weight, and you know, his discipline had tapered off for a minute because he got too comfortable. Those were his words. He said he got too comfortable. So, you know, maybe this was a wake-up call for him, and you get to see how much of a blessing life is. And really, Errol Spence it's like almost like a movie or something, because this was the crescendo. This was, last year was his best year, and then he had the most tragic thing happen right after. Like, I really remember, bro, like that hurt me when I seen. I was like, nah, because you know how sometimes you go online and you see a wreckage or a carnage or something, and people say, oh, so and so was in that car, and it's just a rumor or stuff. So I was hoping it was something like that when that happened, because I remember specifically where I was at when I heard about his accident, because I wasn't even at home, because the PG&E was doing the blackouts in California because of the forest fires. So there was no power. So I was in a hotel, and then I seen that, and I was like, man. And I just immediately thought about like his kids and his family and fans, and I thought also about how I was just at his fight. I covered Shawn Porter and Errol Spence and had a ball. It was a great card, great fight, and stuff like that. I'm like, man, that just happened. He just unified, and then this happened. Oh man, because you never know. I didn't know the extent of his injury, if he could walk again, you know. So he's definitely fortunate, but I don't think it's up to Shawn Porter, myself, or any of the fans. It's up to his team, Derrick James, Al Heyman, and Errol Spence, to determine if he's ready. You know, I can understand Shawn Porter. He's saying, oh, don't fight Bud, don't fight me, but Errol's going to be Errol, man down. Let me know what you guys think. Drop your thoughts in the comment section. Sign up for the Patreon. Join the YouTube. Become a channel member. We working. I got a lot of stuff I'm cooking, and we having some fun, pandemic or not. Let's get it. Drop your thoughts in the comment section. Let me know if you agree with Shawn Porter, if you disagree. Who do you want to see Errol Spence fight next? Do you think he should? It's advisable that he takes a tune-up. Drop all those things in the comment section, and don't forget to smash the like button. As always, hate, comment, and subscribe. Until next video, is Ego signing off.
So if you enjoyed this video and want more content like this on the channel, you can show your appreciation by going to the PayPal donate button or the YouTube support button, and you can donate any amount that you feel is equivalent to the value of this video. Much more to come. Thank you guys for your support. Boxing Ego, the future of boxing.